Hello guys, today we have something quite tricky. If you had to choose between doing what you love or making more money, which would you pick? Passion or money? This is one of the biggest questions students struggle with when choosing a career. And trust me, it's not as simple as it sounds. Some people will tell you, follow your passion, the money will come later. Others will say, forget passion, you need to secure the bag, you need financial stability. But which one is truly right for you? That's what we are going to figure out today. Before we dive in, let me quickly say this. If you are new here, welcome. This channel is all about mentoring students at every level, from high school to graduate school. I share practical tips to help you succeed academically, choose the right career paths, and grow into the future leader you want to become. If that sounds good to you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button right now. And don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend, and drop a comment below because I want to hear your own thoughts on this passion versus money debate. Now, let's get into it. First of all, let's define what we mean by passion and money. Passion is when you genuinely love doing something. You enjoy it, it excites you, it gives you energy. For example, someone loves drawing, might feel so alive when creating art, even if they don't make a single cent from it. On the other hand, money represents financial stability, security, and a certain lifestyle. A person may choose a career they don't necessarily love, but it pays the bills, puts food on the table, and provides comfort. So here's the real problem. As a student, you are often told you must choose one, either passion or money. But the truth is, life is rarely that black and white. Let me give you an example. Imagine a student named Sarah. Sarah is really passionate about music. She loves singing, writing songs, and performing. But her parents tell her that music is not a real career. They push her to study accounting because accountants always have jobs. Sarah is stuck. If she follows her passion, she might struggle financially. If she follows money, she might end up miserable in a career she doesn't love. It sounds familiar? Oh, this is the exact situation so many students find themselves in. Now, let's explore both sides, passion and money, and see the pros and cons of each. Okay? Let's start with passion. Following your passion can give you a deep satisfaction in life. Think about people like Steve Jobs, who was passionate about design and technology, or Elon Musk, who is passionate about solving big problems. Passion can give you the drive to work harder than anyone else, even when things get tough. When you love what you do, you are more likely to stick with it for the long term. But here's the catch. Passion alone doesn't always pay the bills. Many people are passionate about singing, dancing, acting, or sports, but only a small percentage make it big enough to earn a living from it. If you chase passion without thinking about money, you might end up frustrated and broke. And let's be honest, being broke can kill your passion real quick. Imagine loving painting, but not being able to afford brushes, paints, or even rent. That's the harsh reality. Now let's talk about money. Choosing a career for financial stability can give you comfort, peace of mind, and opportunities that passion alone might not provide. For example, becoming a doctor, engineer, or lawyer may not always be your passion, but these careers often guarantee a stable income. And let's face it, money matters. It pays for your education, your health, your family, and your future. Without it, life can become unnecessarily stressful. But here is the downside. If you pick a career purely for the money without interest in it, you may end up unhappy, burned out, and even resentful. Imagine waking up every day to a job you hate just for a paycheck. You might survive, but will you truly live? That's why you hear bankers who quit their high-paying jobs to open a bakery, or lawyers who walk away to become a photographer. The money was good, but the job was missing. So what's the solution? Should you follow passion or money? The truth is, the best answer lies in finding a balance between the two. Let me break it down. Think of your career like a scale. On one side is passion, on the other side is money. If you lean too heavily on one side, the scale tips over. But if you can balance them, you will have both fulfillment and stability. That's the sweet spot. For example, maybe you are passionate about teaching. You love explaining concepts and helping others learn. But teaching in some countries doesn't pay well. Does that mean you give up? Not necessarily. You could look for ways to combine teaching with other opportunities like tutoring online, creating educational content on YouTube, or writing textbooks. That way you are following your passion but also making money. Another example, let's say you are passionate about photography. Instead of just taking random pictures and hoping to make it someday, you can apply your skills in practical ways like wedding photography, product photography for businesses, or even starting a YouTube channel about photography. Passion is there, but you are also thinking smart about money. Now, let me give you 3 important things to consider when deciding between passion and money. First, know yourself. Take time to understand your strengths, interests, and values. If you love medicine and also care deeply about helping people, becoming a doctor might give you both passion and money. But if you hate blood and hospitals, don't force yourself into medicine just because it pays well. Second, research your options. Don't just rely on what people say. Look at the actual career opportunities in your field of interest. Some passions can become very profitable if you position yourself well. For example, people used to think gaming was just a hobby. Today, gamers are making millions from streaming and competitions. Passion turned into money. Third, think long term. Ask yourself, can I see myself doing this 10, 20, or 30 years? Money might attract you in a short term, but if you hate what you are doing, you may not last. On the other hand, passion may not bring instant cash, but if you build it carefully, it could lead to long-term success. At the end of the day, the choice doesn't have to be either or. The real question is, how can you build a career that gives you both passion and financial stability? Sometimes that means starting with a money-driven job while building your passion on the side until it grows. Other times, it means starting with passion and figuring out smart ways to monetize it. Let me share one more real life story. There's a man who studied law because his parents wanted him to. He worked as a lawyer for years, making good money but feeling miserable. On weekends, he baked cakes for fun. Over time, his cakes became so popular that he opened a bakery. Today, he's a successful baker and he says, I make less money than I did as a lawyer, but I wake up happy every day. For him, passion was more important. But here's the twist. Some people are the opposites. They do jobs they don't love, but use the money to fund their real passions outside of work, like traveling, painting, or volunteering, and that works for them. So the truth is, there is no one size fits all answer. What works for one person might not work for you. The key is to be honest with yourself about what matters most. As a student, my advice is simple. Don't ignore passion and don't ignore money. Look for ways to merge them. Even if your passion doesn't look profitable today, think about how you can apply it into practical ways tomorrow. And even if money is your main driver, make sure you choose something you can tolerate in the long run. So, let me end with this question for you. If you are to choose today, will you follow your passion or will you go for money? Drop your answer in the comments. I would love to hear your perspective. And if this video gave you clarity, please do me a favor. Like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss my next video, where I will be talking about more student career and academic advice. Remember, your career is not just about surviving, it's about thriving. Don't choose blindly. Think, plan, and create a future that works for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I would like to see you in the next one. Bye bye.